So we're gonna reference another movie that has another alumni from Dear White People. This is the new Rocky film, Creed. The character from Dear White People is Tessa Thompson. She was one of the characters in the film, starring. I think it was Bianca. What's her name? What was her last name?
Yeah, Bianca. That was the name in the film.
What was her last name in the movie?
In the movie, I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was Creed?
I loved Creed.
I
went in expecting to love it.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. But yes,
here's the
I
thing with this
enjoyed
movie.
that.
You know, the thing of the movie, it's a very by the beats, by the numbers movie. It's by the numbers.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with it, if you've seen at least 3 Rocky films, you'll know what to expect.
But here's the kicker. The director painted within the lines. It's a very well executed by the numbers movie.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind if you do cliche, but you have to do cliche well.
Exactly.
If you're going to do cliche, and I'm not tired of it, and it's a good timing, yeah. The last Rocky movie was what, 9 years ago? Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa. I think so. It's 2006 it came out.
Yeah. I like that movie. I actually like that movie. This is what that movie should have been, by the way.
Oh, really?
I'll go as far as saying that. This is what the sequel of seeing Rocky evolved as a character. Instead of seeing him, like, I like the whole idea with him and his son, and his son didn't really care about boxing and that whole thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this was really good because it really evolved. What is the strength of this film is that the world building.
Exactly.
It did a great job with it. You get a sense of everyone knows who Rocky is. You get a sense of Philadelphia street life and culture.
Yeah.
Bianca when she performing, you know, that whole nightlife and that whole aspect of it. And then, you know, Creed himself.
It felt like 2015, like even in the little text.
Right.
When you establish 8 years later, it's like Philadelphia or LA, whatever, 2015.
Yeah.
It feels real.
And they did a good job with it. And here's the thing, this is exactly what Southpaw should have been. Holy crap.
Yeah, I want you to compare. I wanted you to compare Southpaw to that.
Everything Southpaw like flubbed on, this did well. Here's a big mistake with flub, and I mentioned this with Southpaw. Southpaw did not feel like a film in 2014. It felt like a film in the early 90s. That's what it felt like. Because
the cheese and...
No, not the cheese. In terms of the logistics, how the character would think about the world. Because it's like, wait, these characters have cell phones. These characters, why would you think like this? He totally poor and have no money. But he's this big world champ boxer. That don't make any sense in today's
not
world.
in 2015.
Not in 2015.
No.
You have too many avenues to make money as a big famous person. Anybody could have just come up to you and say, hey, I want to do so and so. It didn't make any sense to me. But with Creed, it made perfect sense of the guy. You could tell he saved a little bit of money because he was working in a kind of corporate job.
Right.
He was doing well in the corporate job, and he just loved boxing.
Yeah.
Because of his dad.
And then this one day he just says, well, I appreciate the promotion, but this is not for me.
Yeah,
I have to go.
Totally love that. And then, they had the great starring Felicia Rashad.
Yes. You may remember as Theo Huxtable's...
No, not Claire.
Claire Huxtable. No, I was saying Theo Huxtable's wife.
No, Cliff Huxtable's wife.
Cliff? Why am I saying Theo? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Theo is
his son, right?
Yeah, anyway.
So, anyway.
Here's the thing. I thought she would have gotten backlash because she defended Bill Cosby in the middle of his whole drama. So I thought the movie would have gotten a little bit of backlash because of that.
Right.
Apparently not really. Because she didn't have that big of a part, but she was great in her role.
Yeah.
She plays. Now it was interesting what she did with it because she plays the wife of Apollo.
Yeah. And
what it was, the story is that she came and adopted the son. He's a out of wedlock son, and his name is Adonis.
Yeah.
And they did basically he's ashamed of his past. He had to go through foster care, and she tracked him down and adopted him eventually and raised him. Yeah. As basically raised him as her own. Yeah. So now as a boxer now he doesn't want to be not like he doesn't want to be aligned with his father's name, but he just wants to make it on his own without everyone calling him Baby Creed or Son Creed. He wants to make it on his own without having that Creed surname as a push, as something to push him forward. Yeah, the shadow of his father. Yeah. He just wanted to be his own thing, but he have the bloodlust of a boxer and a fighter. Yes, he was kind of moonlighting as a boxer, going to Mexico ever so often. Kind of hole in the wall fighting. So he just really loved to fight, and he just will come back to work in his corporate job. Yeah. But a little beat up, bruised and whatnot. He didn't care. Yeah. So the film is, here's the thing, this film was normal for me, until the end of the first hour. And then he had that first big fight. Yes. And then we get to see this really awesome long take with the fight. The entire fight is one
take.
And
yes.
really, I didn't feel, now here's the thing, it didn't feel like a fake one take like how James Bond did it recently.
Or Inspector.
Or Inspector. Or how this movie, what do you call it? Rope.
Yeah.
Or something like Birdman, where it's this fake take. And
where you know as soon as you pass by a wall, yes, that's where the camera stops and,
right.
and it resumes.
Right.
No, it felt...
My God.
It was just revolving all around the ring, and it felt real.
And they basically did it pretty much. The fight ends on that perfect hour, and then the movie picks up from there. They started to do some great montages. Something happens to Rocky, really good what they did with that.
Yeah.
They evolved Rocky.
Really real,
Yeah, great. And they did, it's really a Rocky movie as well as a Creed movie. It's
of course,
two of them, they merge everything. Again, as I said, it's by the numbers for what you expect a Rocky sequel to be.
Exactly, yeah.
But it was well done.
Yeah.
And they did a great job of, Rocky becomes Mickey. And
Mickey being the
Rocky's old coach.
Rocky's old coach who died in the fourth one.
Yeah.
Apparently of a heart attack.
And that's the thing, the thing is they reference movies that is the cheesiest Rocky movies, which is Rocky 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Rocky 3 and 4 is ridiculously cheesy. So,
they were so 80s.
Yeah, when you had
so
to fight
80s.
Baracus.
That was part 3.
That's true, right. And then Adonis Creed had to save him, had to help him out and train him.
Yeah.
And he had to outrun him on the beach. And then, two of them dancing in the waves on the beach.
Yeah, and you're hearing, I am the tiger,
yeah,
and all that stuff.
Real cheesy
but
nonsense.
It worked for that time.
Yeah, and then Rocky 4, this is where Creed character died. Again, they made it really dark and serious in this movie. But, how the father died and so on. But that was a really cheesy movie too. Rocky 4 was ridiculously cheesy.
Although it did have one of the best training montages I have ever seen in a film. It's so drenched in 80s synth pop and everything, but it worked. It just made you feel like you just wanted to run outside and just run up a mountain and say, Drago, Drago. You felt that shit.
Yeah, Rocky punches the Berlin Wall down himself. No, but that is a really cheesy movie. But this movie as well is very quite sappy. But it worked. It worked. And there's a term in anime called tsundere, Tsundere.
Alright, and what does that term mean?
The term means roughly, if you know any anime character, basically it's a character who all hard and serious on the outside, but they're really a big softie on the inside. And they hurt and traumatize, and that is why they're so hard and badass. Pretty much every shonen villain is that. Basically every villain from Naruto is pretty much that. That was Creed's character. He was this kind of hurt character. He wanted to be, this. You're all hard on the outside, and since he was in juvie hall and thing, but he really, had a really great core. And what was driving him, and in the ending, when they reveal in the final fight what they did, why it is he wanted to do what he wanted, what he told Rocky. Really heartfelt moment.
Yeah, it was.
Really, really worked. I really like this movie. Matthew, where you
are? All right, well, I will go just a little in depth into what the show is about. It's directed by Ryan Coogler, who did Fruitvale Station, which I loved.
With Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, with Michael B. Jordan, who plays Adonis.
Oh, by the way, I should reference that 2000. I'll mention this a little bit, but I should reference 2015 is basically auditions for Black Panther. Who's going to be the director for Black Panther? 2014. The last 18 months has been that. Every black director.
You really think Ryan going to do it?
No, but every black director who did a movie big was in talks. Let us go through the list. Ava DuVernay for Selma.
Yeah.
She was in talks to be Black Panther director.
Yes, I remember that.
Right.
Yes.
Then F. Gary Gray did Sherlock Compton. He was in talks to be Black Panther's director. Now, Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
Even Justin Simeon, who was the director of Dear White People.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was supposed to be in talks of being the director for Black Panther.
Yeah.
Now, that makes me really worried for Black Panther because they haven't picked a director yet. And they have the main star, but they don't have a director yet. That worries me for this movie. I mean, they ain't started.
Let's hope it's not Spike Lee, though.
Nah, they ain't gonna get something like that. But I am really worried for that film. I really hope that movie don't turn out to be like a Thor.
Yeah,
it had a lot of great stuff in it, but it does end up being mediocre in terms of the narrative.
Exactly.
So I wanted to be at least as good as Iron Man 1, but whatever. That's just a side diatribe.
Right. Yeah. So let's get back. So yes, all right. So it's about Adonis Creed.
Yeah.
He wants to make his name in the boxing world, so he actually tracks down Rocky Balboa. Once again, played magnificently by Sylvester Stallone. You can tell by now he knows his character inside and out. Really because that role,
it's his character.
It's him. That role made him a superstar back in '76. Rocky winning Best Picture of the Year, Best Director. I'm not sure if Stallone got nominated for Best Actor, but I'm not surprised if he did. Yeah. And I really would like it if he gets nominated for best supporting with this film, because he was fantastic from the moment, from the word go, when he comes in, he was just excellent. So basically, Adonis tracks down Rocky, and he wants him to train him, in boxing, because he knew the relationship what he had with his father. There's this one brilliant scene where he's watching his father fight Rocky. I believe it's either from the first movie, the second movie, because there was a rematch in the second movie. For those who didn't know, So I think it's either one of those two movies, and he's watching that same clip on YouTube, and he's shadowboxing. Awesome. Fantastic sequence. Although in the back of my mind I was thinking, so I could go on YouTube and basically watch this whole movie then.
No, but here's my thing that what I'll say about that movie is that they had I had to watch this over the screen I watched in South. This is the screen in the cinemas. Now I'm not knocking the screen a bit, but I think the projector was a little off. So that scene looked a little off and a little fuzzy for me. I don't know what was going on. It looked a real soft. I need to rewatch this on Blu-ray with a good, with my 4K projector and whatever it is, and just blast it and see how good it's looking.
Right.
But yeah, the screen I saw when I was down south with the CXC screen, the South Park screen, I didn't care for it that much. So that's why the cinematography didn't look that good at the time. But I was watching this but the cinematography should look brilliant. Everything else was looking good,
Yeah.
But that scene, because I think the projector was a little soft for that period. I don't know. I think that was the problem.
All right.
So it didn't blow me away at the time. But the thing is, I went to see Sicario in a different screen in that same thing, and that movie blew me away into cinematography. So I don't know what was going on there. So again, sadly, there's little moments in this trophy impact our film and how you'll remember a movie.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the difference between a great legendary cinematographer Roger Deakins.
Yeah.
And not like I'm knocking down the cinematographer of this film, because he did a great job.
Yeah, but it was still
still basic.
Right.
Right. So let's get back to the story in a nutshell. So he moves out of his mother's home. He goes to Philly. Yeah, he goes to Philly to start his boxing career, more or less. Yeah. He runs into her name's Tessa's what?
Tessa Thompson.
Yeah, Tessa Thompson's character, Bianca. Right. She's a singer over at a club.
Oh, can we mention Tessa Thompson's fine as hell?
Yes, she is. She is.
I mean,
those locks too.
Yeah, no, she have a damn cute face. Oh my.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Like seeing that big screen, I was like, damn, yo. But and of course they form a relationship and thing, and Rocky's a little hesitant about bringing in Creed's son to train him, because he doesn't want Adonis to follow the path that both Rocky and Apollo, whereas you're going through pain and you're going through loss and family and relatives turning their back on you or dying and whatnot.
Yeah.
Rocky still has to deal with the fact that both his coach and his wife died, and there's this one scene where they both buried at the same.
Yes, that was a good scene.
Yeah. So the tombstones are
alongside
each other.
What I like about why Stallone, again, world building and that sense of workable realism. What I like about this film is that, especially with Stallone, this is why I think Stallone should get at least a nomination for Best Supporting. At no point you get the sense of a enunciation. You get the feel like that Rocky's a real damn person. How he talks. He's not the brightest guy. So you get a sense of his real emotions.
Yeah.
Just how he's feeling.
Yeah.
Like that scene, there's a great scene where I don't want to spoil it, but it's a scene where it's a big revelation about Rocky to Adonis when Adonis found out something about him.
Yes.
And he says something about life is going on. Everything around my life is gone, and I'm here, and that's okay.
Yeah, I love that. Me too. Because it felt like he's not going to be all self-pity and all the time. Yeah. He's going to move on with his life.
No, but a poorer filmmaker and a weaker script would have made it where it have been this big overacting movement.
And he was crying and
a worse director would have made him enunciate the scene more.
Yeah.
And have him working. And it
just
really
felt
natural.
Real. It's like, this is how it is.
So
take it or leave it. Whatever.
He did a great job with that drill.
Yeah.
And it had some genuinely great emotion. It was man pain kind of, man.
Yeah. I felt that sequence as well too.
Yeah, bro pain kind of thing. But it was very well done.
And it was just all this. Right, it was just all this lead up to Adonis fighting the heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah. He was from England.
He was the light heavyweight champion.
Light heavyweight champion of the world, something like that. Yeah. And I would confess something, that final fight got me very emotional. I actually teared up a few times in that sequence, from the music to the fight itself, to just at the edge of your seat hoping that that Adonis wins. Yes, you've seen it before with other films, you've seen it with other Rocky films, but in this case, just seeing that journey that Adonis went through. You really want this guy to win, and then when you see it, there's like, the edge of your seat, you can't help it. Like I was trying to hold back, but I just really couldn't take it.
Do you think of the film, as I say, I do think the film is very formulaic.
It is. You know what's gonna happen.
It is paint by numbers. Everything from the beats and how to cut it, but there's the thing.
Yeah.
It didn't feel amateur. It just felt like a good filmmaker, a good solid filmmaker, knowing how to do the beats. Yeah. You get good filmmaking in the end of the day.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with Ryan Coogler. I have friends who knew him. Right? They knew him when he was going to USC because he graduated quite relatively recently, actually. Like about, 5-6 years ago, I think.
Okay.
He came out of USC. And everybody said this kid was the real deal. That he's going to go on to become... And when Fruitvale Station hit, everybody's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, and as they brought up that Michael B's Jordan performance in that movie was so fantastic. Yeah. I was so angry, so pissed off when he didn't even get a freaking nomination for Best Actor.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he'll get one for this. Yeah. I would like it, but I really want Stallone to get a nomination for this because, you know, you could say what you want about the Expendable movies and him trying to bring back the whole macho action hero. Rocky is the film that made him. I just seen him do it again.
They did a good job of him playing his age, time going. And what I like about it, again, the great world building is him. So Creed trying to hide him being a Creed.
Yeah.
Right? But everybody's like, the mere fact you're lining around Rocky kind of obvious too. Everybody knows who Rocky is in Philly. They established that one time. And they did a good job with that. Rocky just living out his life. And they did a great job with the story. I really, really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, before I get to your ratings, I'll just round up what I have to say, right? So I enjoyed the film from start to end. The performances were great all around. I loved how really Will felt. You really felt, you know, just that life in Philadelphia. Even though I've never been to Philadelphia, I would love to one day. But you just felt like, you know, this is real. Yeah. This is characters from the 70s or whatnot. You know, even if it's just Rocky alone, and it all feels like, yes, this is how Rocky would be in 2015. You know, he's grounded, he's hardened, but he has learned long time to move on, and you know, he does just that. And then this kid comes and more or less, I would say, does a 180 on his life. So now it's like a chance of redemption again, you know. So now he has a chance to be somebody again, be the guy who trained Creed's son, and I love that.
Yeah, they did that whole thing with I Fight, You Fight. Love that.
Yeah, the music for this was fantastic.
Yeah, no soundtrack.
It was a nice little tribute, more or less, to Bill Conti's iconic score for the Rocky films. Yeah. But it had a little bit of trap flavor here and there, and some nice little female vocalizing at some of the poignant moments. I love that. Like it really hit me.
Yeah, deep, that a great thing. Yeah, this is the main theme song.
Yeah,
for Creed. Yeah.
Yes. The theme song was great.
That was great.
The montage, like the Rocky montage, they did a nice modern take on it. Yeah. This is a nice shot. You see Michael B. Jordan is running, and then you see like these kids on bikes. Yeah. Just riding around, and it's just awesome. Like, this is how Rocky would be in 2015.
Very sappy, but it worked.
Yeah, but even with Meek Mill, yes, they have Meek Mill singing. Well, they took one of his tracks from his latest album, and how they work it into the film and how they made it sound with this guy's score was awesome.
But they did some great, like the fighting as well. The final fight, they had this great shot with two of them going around. They had what else, boy? Yeah. They had the great soundtrack. Oh, they had like Nas and Oludara.
Yes, they had Nas and his father Oludara's song Bridging the Gap.
Bridging the Gap, which is perfect for the movie.
Yeah, that was in a nice little montage scene where Rocky is now training
and he had to catch chickens.
Adonis. Yeah. And I will say this much. This is just a little joke I want to say. After that one take that we just mentioned, right? After I saw that one take, I said that was better than that was better than the one take from Spectre. And then just right after that, there's a scene where Adonis and Bianca are watching freaking Skyfall. Yeah. And I'm like, even Skyfall is better than Spectre. And I was just watching over to my friends like, yes, Spectre was really all that good. Yeah. And the people behind me was laughing because it's true, you know. It's like, even the film knows that they are better than Spectre. I mean, come on.
No, but the one take, great. The movie was really well executed. The Bridging the Gap references, I like that. You know,
yes.
Yeah, it's Bridging the Gap. Time goes on, life has to go on.
Exactly. I even like the fact that they brought in the roots. They took a song that they did off the 2011 album, How I Got Over, and incorporated it into that's the first instance where Adonis moves out. Yeah. The name of the song is The Power. Right. No, The Fire.
Okay.
That's the song that they
don't know the song. Yeah. All right.
So for me, just rating wise, before I get to Ricardo, I will give it a strong 4 out of 5. I would love to see them a top 10. I do see them a top 10 because I'm really going to do the top 20 thing. Yeah. But I really do see it being that top 10. It worked for me. It was exactly what a Rocky reboot should be. It was exactly what a Rocky tribute should be.
Yeah.
It was sweet. It was poignant. It had moments that, got me a little teary-eyed, but still strong performances, strong story. Yes, it was formulaic, but you know what to expect, and he gave it to you, and with strong direction from start to end from Ryan. Totally recommend this film. So, what's your rating, Ricardo?
My rating is a mid to high IMAX. That's probably one of the best or highest scores I can give with this movie. It's not a true high IMAX because because of how formulaic everything was. That's why I lose a couple points. Just try to be as objective as I can on that matter. Yeah. But again, good, as I say, if you have good formulaic and you do it well, and you execute it well, I have no problem with that.
Exactly.
So I have no issue with that. I really enjoyed this movie, really teary-eyed.
Me too. I really would love to see this movie again.
Yeah, I'll definitely get a watch over. I fight, you fight. Really
I fight, you fight.
I fight, you fight. Really, really well done.
Yeah.